So I'm here in lovely Gundaroo with Sophie Jacobs, who's just come back from Copenhagen after being selected internationally to talk with other students about the clean development mechanism. Tell us about how you got there.
It was a project started by the University of Copenhagen. They invited the Independent Research Alliance of Universities, which are universities across the world. So that's how ANU got involved.
Great.
And then ANU held a selection process. And so that's
And
how I got.
Yeah. You got in, fantastic. And so young people talking about the clean development mechanism, tell us about what it actually is first.
The clean development mechanism is created under the Kyoto Protocol, and it's designed for developed countries, that is the ones that have taken on binding targets, to be able to do projects in developing countries, and the developing countries get sustainable development benefits, and the developed countries get to take the emission reductions.
So kind of a win-win that helps development and also helps abatement at the same time.
That's right, that's the idea.
But why is it not working?
Well, there's quite a few reasons. One is the distribution of projects as well. Places like India and China that have a more stable government, it's much more, there's a greater incentive for developed countries to go there rather than places like Brazil, Chile, all of Africa.
What's wrong with Brazil? You've got to be careful.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, Brazil, yeah, that's incorrect. It's true. There's lots of projects in Brazil.
But you're right, the poorest of the poor and some real potential for abatement. It doesn't necessarily have the governance to actually create the incentives for all of that.
That's absolutely right.
Okay. How do we know that real renewable energy actually is being produced if we're claiming credit for helping that to happen? How do we know?
Well, I mean, that's the other difficulty. That it is kind of, I mean, the argument is by doing these projects, then developed countries keep on creating non-renewable energy in their own states.
Yes.
And just offsetting it by doing projects which aren't necessarily the most effective in other states.
Right. Okay, good. So are you hopeful? You've been there, you've got all these young leaders from all these different countries. Do you think you guys have a crack at actually making this happen in a better way?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely hope. We were all so keen. It was the judges that were judging our performance. They were really optimistic that we were reaching consensus on so many issues.
Oh my goodness, just like the rest of the world,
That's right. So I mean, it was nice that they could take the political influences out and just have students that were really interested in the environmental benefits.
And what are you studying at the ANU?
I've just finished my science degree, and I'm finishing my law degree this year.
And when are you running for president, and how can I help make your campaign happen?